We have been joined by Aaron Gornstein of the Preservation of Affordable Housing, Inc., and Debbie Nutter of the Kayla Group to tell us more about kind of why did they decide to start an FSS program. So we're going to start with Aaron Gornstein.
Thanks, Jeff. I appreciate it. And I'm really excited about the program that we launched about 10 months ago at POAH. We're a national nonprofit organization that owns and manages more than 9,000 affordable housing apartments in 9 states. And I think the primary reason why we launched this effort early was that it's very consistent with what we're doing around resident services programming throughout our portfolio, which we now call community impact. And what the slide shows is the 6 major areas we're focusing on at POAH. We're ramping up our efforts in each of these areas. We've been doing so for about the last 18 months. And the FSS program really is consistent with a number of these, as you can see, whether it's stable housing, community engagement, certainly employment, and financial stability are the primary ones. And so this helps further our resident services initiatives in those areas. We've been taking a team approach at each site where we're involving the property management staff and the maintenance staff and the resident services coordinators all in these different areas, and then linking up with community-based partners. So there again, very consistent with the FSS approach. The next slide shows what we're doing as part of the pilot. So we've launched the Family Self-Sufficiency Program at 4 different sites in Springfield, Massachusetts, Cambridge, and then 2 sites in Rhode Island. And at those 4 sites, there's a total of 300 eligible households to participate in the FSS program. Our goal, as we set out, was very ambitious, which would be to enroll approximately 100 of those households, or the 33%. And as people know, that's significantly above the national average of an enrollment rate, which is around, I think, 5%, something like that. So we're trying to really move the needle on enrollment. And so far, we have enrolled 80 households in the FSS pilot at these 4 sites. So we're obviously well on our way to meeting our goal of the total number of enrollees even after the first year of the program. This was a 5-year goal. And so we are very pleased with that progress. I want to thank HUD, first of all, and I know Danielle's on the call, but for allowing us to begin the program early, to being flexible on how we structure it, and then working with us as partners through the process. Other key thing to mention is, just wrapping up, is that we work with Compass Working Capital as our third-party contractor to help deliver the actual services at the 4 sites. So they are working with our POAH staff, both at the site level, but also we have Trevor Samios, who is here with me now, actually, who oversees the entire effort for POAH. So just to finish up, I would say, because of the success, we're looking to expand it to, in a significant way in the upcoming months. We're going to be working with the Financial Opportunity Centers with LISC at 2 different places, one in Independence, Missouri, which is called Hawthorne Apartments. It's 745 units of family housing. So we expect a significant ramp up there. And then in Chicago, in the Woodlawn neighborhood that we've been working on as part of our choice grant, and that involves several hundred households as well. So we are going to be expanding the pilot to those 2 additional areas. And I'll stop there.
Aaron, what would you say is the #1 reason why you think people should join a FSS program or start a program?
I think it's to further economic self-sufficiency among the residents of affordable housing. And helping them to get to that next step. And I know that most, if not all, affordable housing providers are doing some of that to some extent. And I think focusing on economic development, asset building, is probably the most impactful thing we can do as owners. I would also say secondarily, when you think about building public support for affordable housing, I think if we can demonstrate as owners, responsible owners, that we are doing everything we can to improve people's lives economically, helping them move up the economic ladder, helping them with employment, financial coaching, then there's going to be more support overall for affordable housing in this country. So I think that's another reason, although I wouldn't say that's the primary reason. Primary reason is to help the residents. Secondary reason, I think, is it really builds more support overall for our industry.